So the main reason that I wanted to get together tonight was to talk about our new group. I wanted to talk about this past week, and I just wanted to keep the progress going. So first of all, I felt like everybody this past week had a pretty good week. And that's for you to judge, right? I mean, you have to decide what a good week is and what a bad week is and what you're going to do moving forward. But after our call this past week, our call this past week was really pushing towards Diamond and seeing what those that want to go to Diamond, and then if you didn't, what pace you wanted to go, but just making forward progress with your personal self and your business. And I think that we did that. And I've seen a lot of great posts in Elite Fitness sharing how you did. I want to continue that. I want to keep the momentum going. And what I'm afraid will happen is simply this: if we don't talk about it, then the momentum will die down. So moving forward this next week, what I'd like to see with everybody is you moving at your pace, but I'd also like to see you continue to share every day how you're doing with your business. Always know that this is your business. Me and Tracy was talking about that earlier, and she came over and got her shirt and stuff. And I know Janice and Fran and everybody just moves at different paces, but I want you to make progress with that, unless you don't want to do anything with it at all. And I'm good with that too. Like I told Tracy earlier, I want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, but there's no sitting still, right? You're either doing nothing or you're doing something, right? So if you think, well, I'm just taking a few days off, well, that's doing nothing. So always make progress if you want to move forward. So what I'd like to continue to see this week, and for those that will be listening to this recording, make sure that every day you're posting and sharing how you're doing. Tracy, last week we talked about, every day wishing people happy birthday. That's a way of engaging in conversations. We also talked about, inviting 10 people a day and how to do that. So every day I want you to continue to share in Elite Fitness about the birthdays this week. Make sure that you share about the invites, and make sure that you share about your personal development. I don't care really. I do care if you do other things. I want to make sure every day that you're doing those invites and those birthdays. But more than anything, I want to make sure that you're taking care of you. That matters to me more than anything. I want to make sure that you're doing your personal development. Do not miss a day without personal development. If you tell me you don't have time for it, that's bull crap, and I'm being nice with my words, but it's crap, because that one podcast that I listen to now on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays is called MWF. I posted a picture of it in Elite Fitness with some other ones. That thing's like 8 minutes, and it'll change your life. I'm telling you. It gets you going, not just business-wise, but personal-wise. So make sure every day that you're listening to personal development. If we can get our challengers to listen to personal development every day, they would be more successful challengers. So I'll encourage you with that. If you're talking to somebody that's struggling with their weight loss and things like that, have them listen to personal development. The other thing that I want to make sure that I'm going to try differently is I created a new group tonight. And the only people that I want in this new group for this week is new challengers. And the reason that I'm doing that, and coaches, like but I only want to add you into that if you've got new challengers, unless you just want to go ahead and jump in it. I just don't want nobody posting how their day went in that group yet. I would be glad to add you in. And as a matter of fact, I may go ahead and add y'all in just to introduce yourself so that they get comfortable with introducing themselves as well. But this week in that brand new group, what I want to try differently is not having it so overwhelming for new challengers, so that they can get in there and they feel like it's slow going. They can introduce themselves. They're not overwhelmed. They don't see Janice on Monday posting that I had a 5 and I had a 4 and I had a 3 and I had a 1. And they're like, what the crap? Janice is already ahead of me and she's already working out. She's posting sweaty pictures and she just started and I suck and I'm discouraged and I want to quit already. I want them to go at their pace. So if I add you in that group, just comment below my video and introduce yourself and just talk about your goals for the next 30 days. And then what I'm going to do in that other group, I'm going to keep it going for this week. And then I will add all those people that want to continue with us in after the preseason week. So is that good? Everybody got that? I'm going to screen share real quick, and I want to go over some things that where's it at? Okay, so I got to get rid of this. Okay. So I wanted to go over what I talked about this past week, and I want y'all to really think about this. If you listened the things that I also want you to be posting about is every week, if you want to grow a business and you want to learn and you want to grow as a person, I'm telling you, these calls help. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock, the National Wake Up Call, 11 a.m. will be happening. I know a lot of us work and we can't listen to it, but I'll post the recording in Elite Fitness. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, the Dream Team call will be happening. And so at 9 o'clock, if you can, get on there and listen to that. It's if you can't, then listen to the recording. But that Dream Team call on Monday night, and then Forever Fit is usually at 8:30 or 9 o'clock on Thursday night. Make sure to listen to those calls. So this past week, and this is what's crazy, and y'all are spoiled, and I am spoiled. Tracy, our kids are spoiled, right? We talked about that earlier. But we're spoiled in this business in the fact that we have the best opportunity, and we get to work with Melanie and Deidre. And this past week on the Forever Fit call, there was a guy on there, and he is one of the leaders, not a Team Beachbody coach. He is one of the representative for Beachbody, and he talked about several things. And I want to make sure that y'all have a creed. And I know some of y'all shared this, but what is your battle cry? What is going to keep you going? And I shared that my creed is freedom. Freedom, freedom, freedom. For Kim O'Keefe, who will be listening to this later, I know her creed, I can't remember what it was, but she wants to quit that retail job where she's not working till 9 or 10 o'clock at night. And her creed has to have something to do with that drives her and keeps her going. My creed is freedom. I want freedom with my boys. I want freedom from financial debt. I want freedom for time. I want freedom. I want freedom of mind. I want freedom. I want all this freedom. That's my creed. So know what your battle cry is. And look, I don't know if y'all see this or not, but right there, and I hadn't wrote the Future Diamonds up here yet because I was kind of waiting to see who's going to keep going. But I've got freedom right here in front of me, right? And if you look right here too, I've got $299 crossed out and 300. And that's from one of the personal development things that I listened to this week. And I know Kim O'Keefe, I know what I'm talking about because she's listened to that WF. And basically what that's talking about is when I set a goal, and if I had a goal of 300 and I said, well, I did 299, would that be good enough? And it wouldn't be, right? It wouldn't be, because if I accept that 299, then tomorrow I'm going to do 298. And the next day I'm going to do 297. And it's the same thing with this business. It's the same thing with your personal goals. It's the same thing with your life. If you accept less than what you really want, then every day you're going to allow it to be less. So I've got those things written down in front of me to say, you know what, today I'm going to give it all I got. Today I'm not going to accept less. And so my creed is freedom. And it was talking about make your bed every day. Well, I'm going to show y'all something. I don't know if y'all see my bed, but I don't really make it every day. That right there is about as good as it gets. I don't get up and make my bed every day, but I do get up right here on my desk every day. I've got my personal development. I've got my spiritual things in my Bible that I listen to. I've got other things right here that I do every day, and that's my making my bed. There are certain things that I'm going to do every day, and you have to do that. You know, I talked about earlier on a video that I made talking about having your garden and what you plant in it. Don't expect life to be easy. If you do, then you're going to get punched in the head. And I got a big head, and I don't want to get punched in it. I'm just saying. So don't expect life to be easy, but you have to prepare every day and make your bed. You've got to make sure that you do certain things every day. And those certain things are like the 3 vital behaviors. That's what he talked about. And then this week, I really want you to focus on planning your work and working your plan. And I think when that guy said that, one thing that we all really mess up on is that we kind of randomly show up every day a lot of times. We don't have a plan. I have a plan of knowing what I'm going to do every day with my business, and I've been doing better with that. That's the invites. That's the happy birthdays. That's those type of things. And then one thing that I try to take pride in is that I want to outwork everyone. I promise you this. Tracy was over. Tracy's on my mind because she was over here today. And I know she's a busy mom. She's tired and all those things. Jennifer's a busy mom. You know, Jennifer's a single mom who's busy. But I don't think anybody's y'all may be as busy as I am, but I don't think anybody's more busy than me. I don't think anybody's more busy than Tracy. I don't think anybody's more busy than Jennifer. That's some busy people. Everybody's busy, right? But you still have to be willing to outwork other people if you want to be your very best. But you've got to work smarter too. So I want to do a better job as your leader of setting expectations for you, setting expectations for me. Last week, we talked about hitting Success Club 5 by the 15th. That's still the goal for you if you want to really grow your business. And I'm at Success Club 1. Fran asked me this week, she said, I want to give you a shout out. How many Success Club points you got? And I said, I got 1. And I said, you got twice as many as me because she's got 2. But I promise you this, I'm going to do everything I can by the 15th to have 5. If I want you to do it, then I've got to do that too. But one thing that I want to make sure that he said this next week is, learn about the leadership ladder. That's a great thing that you need to be doing. But more than anything, this coming week, I want to make sure that you know this as a coach. I want you to have fun again as a coach. He said that, and that really hit home. What's up, Kristen? I didn't even see you on here. I'm just back. But I want you to have fun again as a coach. Yes, it's hard work. Yes, it's a struggle. But I'm going to tell you this. I don't know. I'll just put it plain and simple. I'm a pretty successful coach, and I make pretty good money, and I've got the best team in my mind. But if I didn't have that, it would still be worth it to me because y'all make my life better. All the hard work that I've done, just being surrounded by each and every one of you and getting to know you. And Tracy coming over today, and I'm just saying, Tracy's a good-looking woman. She come up with her kids, she's married, she's happy, she's my friend, and I've got to know her, and she come up and give me a big old good hug, and it just made my night, and it just that big old smile and all, and it's just like, this is a new friend that I found in this. I got to see Kristen at the ball game, and I'm just a hugging person, so I give her a hug, got to see her. I see Janice out, Fran's known me since I was born. I mean, she was like 4, I guess, when I don't know. But anyway, so, I've just all these old friends and new friends, it's all worth it just for that. But I honestly believe that God's got some amazing things in store for us, even greater than that, not just financial things. I'm just talking about some amazing things ahead if we'll keep pushing ourselves. But you got to be willing to work, right? And so this coming week, I want you to continue to post in Elite Fitness, continue to ask me questions, message me. I know Krista messaged me, and I was trying to help her through a conversation one time. I think Miranda did one time. Do those things. Ask me questions. I like that. You know what I mean? If we need to get on the phone with somebody, if I need to get on the phone with you, whatever it may be, but continue to do that, and continue to post in Elite Fitness. But this week, as a coach, have fun and be bold. Because earlier, I was thinking, maybe I get on people's nerves sometimes posting. And then I was thinking after, I thought like that for just a second. And then I was thinking, I don't really care. They don't have to follow me on Facebook. They don't have to be my friend on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm sharing my heart and my passion and I'm encouraging people, and I'm having fun with it. You know what I'm saying? So this week, I want you to just simply do these things. Continue to do what you did this past week in Elite Fitness by posting, getting on the calls, and learning and growing your business. But I want you to have fun. I want you to have fun with it. So I'm not going to keep y'all on tonight because I really didn't even plan on having a call, but I wanted to keep our momentum going this next week, but a little bit more. Okay. I'm going to tell you this. I did say that when people reach Diamond, we're going to have a pool party at my house, for that person. So if Kristen reaches Diamond, and then we're going to have a pool party and we're going to celebrate her. But I am going to have a pool party when it warms up enough. I'll jump in there or have my boys jump in the water and test it before y'all come over. But we are going to have an Elite Fitness pool party this summer. I want to do some things together. I won't have it at 8:47 at night because Janice and Tracy will be falling asleep. We'll make sure to have it earlier in the day. I'm just messing with y'all. I'm tired too. But this call was mainly about keeping the momentum going, but turning it up a little bit more and having fun with it. Okay. So I'm going to open it up for y'all. Y'all have any questions or anything at all for me from this past week? And I'm going to ask you this, and be honest with me. If it don't help, then tell me. Do y'all feel like posting in the group and doing the inviting and the faith, and the birthday stuff and the calls? Do you feel like that helped you this week to engage more as a coach? It makes a difference for me. When I'm just going through the day and I'm not listening to any calls, or I'm not doing any personal development, or I don't have any real structure, then that's the kind of results I get, right? But when I have some kind of structure and I'm getting on these calls, it keeps me going a little bit more. So no questions? Okay, that was short and sweet. I promise you, I'm not going to ever waste y'all's time. I just want to get on here, see y'all's faces, And I do. I like seeing y'all's faces. Y'all are my friends. I'm telling you, I don't like many people right now, and I don't trust many people. I'm just being honest. I just say this on this call, but I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. I really do. Y'all mean more to me than you know. So I'll let y'all go on that. And for those that listen to the recording, I love y'all too. And make sure that you comment below on this recording if you have any questions for me. Make sure you post in Elite Fitness. And y'all have a good night. Peace out. See y'all.